Hi everybody, welcome back to Yoga with Carlyn. I'm Carlyn and today's class is a Vinyasa yoga flow. So we'll be moving through some active postures, focusing on syncing our breath up with our movement. And then after that, we'll transition into some gentler stretches to close out class. So this is a class you can do anytime. It will give you energy. It will make you feel good. It will calm the nerves. So we're gonna get started in a seated position. Whenever you're ready, I'll see you there. As you find yourself here in a cross-legged position, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders can roll up and down the back. Make sure those shoulders are stacked right above the hips and the ears are right above the shoulders. Slight tuck of the chin. And we'll start right away getting into the breath. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in now and exhaling to sigh it out. Again, breathe in, fill the belly up. Breathe out, let go. Last one here, breathing in and exhaling to sigh it out. Keeping that nice even breath, this time breathing in through the nose and then out through the nose as well. Finding an audible exhale with a slight constriction in the back of the throat, almost as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. This is our Ujjayi breath that we use to build heat in our Vinyasa practice. Keep the breath strong, but the next time you inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky, shoulders relax down. And on your exhale, take a side body stretch to the right, keeping that left hip grounded. Plant the right hand. Maybe you come all the way down to the right forearm. On your next inhale, come back up through center. And on your exhale, take it to the other side, down to the left palm or the left forearm. That right hip stays planted down on the mat. And when you inhale, come back through center. Bring the palms to the knees. We'll go through some seated cat-cows. So on the inhale, you'll bend the elbows, press the chest through the biceps. Find that arch in the spine, gaze slightly upward. And then on your exhale, you'll straighten through the arms, make that C shape with the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, pull through, bend the elbows, arch the back, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin to the spine, C curve. Keep moving just like that, moving with your breath. Two more rounds here. When you're ready, come back to that neutral tabletop position, neutral seated position. We're going to move now into a tabletop position, stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. We're going to move right into some core work here, start to get to fire going in the core. So the toes will stay tucked. Press the hands and the feet down into the mat. And then on the inhale, lift the knees up just about an inch. Really pulling the belly button in and out here. You can stay in this static hold or you can find some movement, taking the left foot out to the left side of the mat and then stepping it back in. Taking the right foot out to the right side of the mat and then stepping it back in. You can move faster than I am or you can keep this same slow pace. We're going to be here moving from side to side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back to your tabletop plank and then step the left foot back, come to the top of the foot. The right foot back, come to the top of the foot. Drop the belly. Keep the thighs and the knees lifted off the ground. And we're in our upward facing dog. You can sway the hips side to side, gazing over your right shoulder and then your left. And when you're ready, you'll flip over the toes and find your first downward facing dog of class. Taking any movement that might feel good in your first down dog, maybe pedaling through the knees and the feet. Reaching one heel at a time down to the ground. Throughout class, if the Ujjayi breath becomes too much, know that you can always release air out the mouth instead, releasing some heat from the body. Come to your still downward facing dog. Really focus on lifting the hips up to the sky, melting the chest back towards the thighs, reaching those heels down to the ground, back of the legs stretch. 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, take your gaze to the top of the mat. Keep the legs straight and strong and slowly roll that spine 1 vertebrae at a time into a tabletop position. And from this tabletop position, we're in a high plank. From this high plank position, you can stay, you can drop the knees. And we're gonna lower down to the belly for 3, 2, 1. When you arrive, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, lower down. This time, inhale, lift the arms and the legs. Exhale, lower down. Press into the hands, sit yourself back into a child's pose. Hips come back to the heels, arms reach long in front of you. Walk the fingers far enough out in front of you that your forearms come completely off of the mat. Take 3 breaths here. When you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. And we'll flow through 3 half sun salutations just like that. So on the inhale, come back to your high plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift to the legs, forehead to the ground. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the arms and the legs. Exhale, lower down. Press yourself back to your child's pose. Just one breath here this time. And when you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale, start to come forward into your high plank. You can stay lowering down to the belly, or you can lower down halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra just once this time. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Last breath here. Take the gaze to the top of the mat. Start to roll yourself forward. Belly button pulls into the spine. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's get into our flow. We'll move nice and slow the first time through. Bring the big toes to touch. Take an inhale. Lift the right leg just up to hip height. And on your exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee and inhale to come up into your low lunge. Cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the heart, and take 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, lift the fingertips back up to the sky. And see if you can do this with no hands. On your exhale, start to straighten through that front leg. Send the arms back airplane style, folding over the right leg for a variation of your half split. Flex those right toes towards the face. Take 2 ujjayi breaths here. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back up into your low lunge. Arms reach up to the sky. And then power through that back leg. Press the toes down into the mat. And inhale, lift the left ground. And you're in your crescent lunge. Take the right hand down the right side. Lift the left arm up and over the head. Find that side body stretch all the way from the left hip up the left side of the body. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Spin that left foot down so it plants on the ground, facing the top left corner of the mat. Interlace the hands behind the back in your warrior 1. Taking a breath here to open up. Take one more inhale. And on your side of the right knee for your humble warrior. 3 breaths here. Final breath. When you're ready, lift up halfway. So the torso is hovering just above the thigh. You'll start to feel that right leg fire up. And then bring the arms out in front of you. And from here, we're going to transition to standing tabletop position. So bringing the arms up, bringing the left knee up. Stay here for a breath. If your foot touches the ground, that's fine. Just bring it back up. And then we'll open up that left hip and come into a tree pose, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Arms can come to heart center. Hands can come to heart center. They can stay long at your sides. You can grow your tree. Wherever you are, we're holding for 5, 4, stand tall for 3, for 2, on 1, bring that left knee back into a tabletop position. Airplane the arms, send the left leg back for a warrior 3. Really pulling the belly button in and up here, shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. And then we'll slowly bend the right knee and step it all the way back for our crescent lunge. Just taking 1 breath here before we open up to warrior 2. You if you need to. Arms long to a T shape, gaze past your right middle finger. Really press that pinky edge side of the left foot into the mat. Take 3 Ujjayi breaths here. Last one. When you're ready, lean the right fingertips forward, lean the body forward, and then take those right fingertips to the inside of the right foot. Sweep the left arm up and over the head, opening up. Gaze up towards your left fingertips if you can, in this extended side angle. One more breath here. And on your inhale, take it to a reverse warrior. Down the back leg, right arm up and over the head. Straighten that right leg here to give it a break. And then bend back into your right knee as you come back to your warrior 2 just for a breath. And then when you're ready, cartwheel the hands, step back to your high plank. You can move through a vinyasa or go right back to down dog. Lowering down halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Take the big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg up just to hip height. And on your exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee, keep the toes tucked. Inhale, lift up to your low crescent lunge. From here, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, squeeze shoulder blades together. Taking 3 deep breaths. Inhale, straighten the arms back up and see if you can challenge yourself. Do this with no hands. Take the arms back airplane style as you straighten the left leg and fold over it for your half split variation. 2 breaths here. Your next inhale brings you back to your low lunge. Really press into those right toes, power through the back leg, and lift the right knee off of the ground for a crescent lunge. Bring that left hand down the left side of the body, and the right hand up and over to the left side. Feel that nice side body stretch. 2 breaths. As you come back through center, take the right foot down all the way on the ground, facing the top right corner of the mat. Interlace the hands together. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze shoulder blades together. 1 more inhale here. And on your exhale, fold to the inside of the left leg for your humble warrior. 3 breaths, whatever this looks like for you. When you're ready, inhale, lift up halfway, torso over the thigh. Arms come out in front of you like you're holding a big beach ball. Power through that front leg, come off of the right heel, and then come up to a tabletop position. Right knee lifts up, left foot grounds down. And then open up that right hip and take the right foot to the inner left thigh for your tree pose. Again, you can bring the hands to heart center. You can leave them long at your side or reach the fingertips up to the sky. Wherever you are, we're holding standing tall for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, bring the right knee back into a tabletop position and slowly make your way to your warrior 3 with airplane arms. Taking the right foot back, arms reach long behind you, shoulders away from the ears. Strong in the left foot, press through all 5 toes. 2 breaths here. And then as you're ready, start to bend into that left knee, step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge for just a breath before we open up to our warrior 2, widening your stance, pressing into the right pinky edge side of the foot. Gaze over the left fingertips. 3 breaths here. Start to bring the left fingertips forward. Eventually, bringing the fingertips down to the inside of the left foot, sweeping the right arm down, up, and over the head, opening through that right shoulder, maybe taking your gaze up to the sky. That left tricep might press into the inner left knee or thigh, pressing it outwards, taking breaths here. And the next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. Take the back hand down the back leg, left arm up and over the head. Maybe you straighten that left leg to give it a break here. Last breath. And then when you're ready, bend back into that left knee. Find a brief warrior 2. And then cartwheel the hands, step it back to your high plank. Yogi's choice, take a vinyasa or skip it. We all meet back in downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, drop the knees right underneath the hips and start to walk the hands forward for a puppy pose. Melting the chest, the forehead, the chin down to the ground. You can untuck the toes here. Take a couple deep breaths. Again, maybe taking that breath out the mouth, releasing some of that heat you're building. When you're ready, start to make your way back to a downward facing dog. We're going to flow through that same sequence, this time moving breath to movement, making just a few changes. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, a little bit higher this time. Maybe you bend that right knee and look up, finding a little back bend. And then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, half split, fold forward. Inhale, back to your low lunge. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, side body stretch. Exhale, bring it back through center. Inhale, warrior 1, interlace the hands. Exhale, fold inside of the right leg. Here for an inhale. We'll stay for our exhale as well. And then inhale, lift up halfway in front of you. Inhale, left heel lifts. Exhale, standing tabletop position. Inhale, open. Exhale, tree pose. This time just holding for 3, for 2. On 1, back through center tabletop. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior 3. Stay for your inhale. Use your exhale to step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank, vinyasa, or skip it. We all meet back in down dog for the other side. Let's take a cleansing breath before we move to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, left leg lifts a little bit higher this time. Maybe you bend the left knee, look up. Inhale here. Exhale, step it through, drop the back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, half split, fold forward. Inhale. Inhale, side body stretch. Exhale, center. Inhale, warrior 1. Interlace the hands. Exhale, lower down, humble warrior. Stay for a full inhale and a full exhale. In. Exhale, right heel lifts. Inhale here. Exhale, lift it up, tabletop. Inhale, open. Exhale, tree. Do what you'd like with your hands and hold for 3, for 2. 1, inhale, right knee back to tabletop. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, high to low plank or skip your vinyasa. We'll all meet in down dog. And when you arrive in your downward facing dog, drop the knees and find a child's pose. This time maybe your knees stay together and your arms come long at your sides. Rounding forward. Couple breaths here. Take your final breath or 2. And then when you're ready, we'll move back into our downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up to the sky, finding just a few more active postures. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So you're in your lizard pose here. And just take some rocks back and forth, stretching out the wrists and lubricating that right hip joint, opening up. And then from here, we'll move into a twist. Left arm stays planted, right arm reaches up to the sky. And then spiral to the pinky edge side of the left foot and stack that right foot on top of the left for your side plank. You can stay here. You can lift that right leg, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lower it down. Come to your high plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand again. And then step the left foot to the left hand. Lower down into your yogi squat. Elbows press into the knees. Knees press back into the elbows. Taking some time here to just rock side to side. Opening through both hips. And then when you're ready, plant the hands inside of the feet. Step the right foot back so we're in the on the left side. Left foot is outside of the left hand. Rocking back and forth, stretching out that left hip, stretching out the wrists. And then from here, we'll find that twist. Right hand plants, left fingertips reach up to the sky. And you can stay in the twist or you can come down to the pinky edge side of the right foot, maybe stacking that left foot on top of it in your side plank. Lifting that left leg up, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, drop the back foot, come to your high plank. This time lift the left leg up. 3-legged dog. And then we'll take that left knee in towards the left wrist, setting up for your pigeon pose. Inhaling here and exhale to fold forward. Find your resting pigeon. We'll be here for about 3 to 4 more breaths. As you're ready, start to walk the hands back in towards the center of the body. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky, open up the hip, draw some circles with the left knee or the left ankle. Eventually take those circles in the opposite direction. And then make your way back to your downward facing dog. Right leg lifts this time. Exhale, pigeon pose on the right side. Inhale. Come up, and then exhale to melt down, resting pigeon pose. Same thing on this side. We'll be here for about 6 or 7 breaths. Last 2 or 3 breaths on this side. When you're ready, start to walk the hands back in towards the center of the body, lifting the right leg up for your 3-legged dog, opening that right hip. Drawing some circles with the right knee or the right ankle. Switching directions after a few circles. And then when you're ready, coming back to your downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, drop the knees, come onto your seat. We'll set up for a twist here. Start by taking the right leg out long, bending the left knee, bringing it into the chest. And then we'll place that left foot on the Hug the left knee with the right hand. Take the left fingertips back behind you. Gaze past your left shoulder. 3 breaths. Last breath here. And take your shoulders back towards center. Start to wiggle that left foot off of the right side of the mat, stacking your left knee on top of your right. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. This might be enough. If you'd like more, you can start to gently fold forward. This will feel really intense in the right leg, especially in the right IT band and the outer hip. So don't feel like you need to go to your full range of motion that you typically might in your forward fold. Just breathe here, 2 more breaths. When you're ready, come back up through center and we'll switch out the legs. So send the left leg long in front of you. Hug that right knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. And then step the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Hug the right knee with the left hand and take the right fingertips long behind you. Gaze follows the right shoulder. 2 more breaths. After your last exhale, come back through center. Start to walk that right foot past the left edge of the mat, stacking your right knee on top of your left knee. You can stay here sitting upright if this is enough, or you can walk the fingertips forward and start to gently fold. Notice my fold is not much, but it's quite enough to light up that left outer hip and the left IT band. Nice, strong breaths here will help you to open up without any stress in the body. Two more breaths. And last breath here. And when you're ready, take both of the legs long in front of you. And this time we'll just come all the way onto the back. And then from here, take the soles of the feet together. Let the legs just splay out wide. You can take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. If you feel like the legs need a little bit of support, you can make fists and take those fists right underneath the thighs. It'll make it a little bit more manageable to stay in this deep opening Supta Baddha Konasana. Wherever you are, take 5 deep breaths. Let's go in through the nose and out through the mouth. Starting to release heat from the body, starting to wind down. Two more breaths. You're welcome to stay in this position for your Shavasana. If you'd like a more traditional Shavasana, you can take the legs out long. You can keep the hands on the heart and the belly, or you can take them long at your sides, palms facing up or down. Just allowing the back body to melt into the earth beneath you. Creating a mental space conducive to rest, conducive to resetting. It doesn't matter what's going to happen when you get off your mat right now. All that matters is this present moment. You're welcome to, and I encourage you to stay here for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, start to wiggle through the fingertips and the toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. Shake the head yes and no. And then hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Let's find a happy baby. Take the hands to the insides or the outsides of the feet. Pressing the knees into the armpits. Starting to rock side to side, massaging out the low back. And then eventually bringing the knees back together, taking the hands behind the thighs and rocking yourself up to a seated position. Same place where we began class today. And resting your palms on your knees once more, just take a minute to notice, without judgment, just any changes in the body, changes in your breath and your awareness. Hopefully throughout this practice you've found a sense of calm. Hopefully taking the time to open your body has allowed you to open your mind to all the possibilities of the rest of your day. When you're ready, take your hands to heart center. I bow with namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment below. Let me know how you enjoyed class, what you'd like to see next time. And you can follow me on Instagram at calmwithcarlyn for more free yoga tips, sequences, and much more. Thank you.